DK, about Arshdeep, not about the fact that it was not retained, and obviously we'll get a lot of bids in the auction, being an Indian pacer who is just so good in this format. But just him in that power play, just him, what he does in the big, it just keeps doing that job day in and day out. He's not one of those larger than life personalities, but you have told me once that behind the scenes, he's a really funny guy.
He is a very witty guy, great sense of humor, a typical Punjabi who is fun to be around. And I quite enjoy my relationship with him actually. During the time that I spent with him in the World Cup, which was 2022 in Australia, I actually got along really well with him. In fact, I ended up spending a lot of time with him. And he's a very light-hearted character who takes his cricket seriously, but off the field, a lot of fun to be with. Him and Bishnoi are that couple pair who always keep pulling some prank or the other.
See, both of them just seem so quiet on the field, so you never know what's happening behind the scenes. But in terms of his cricket, talk to me a little about what he does in terms of prep and the thinking that he puts towards, his game.
The one ball that he's worked on in the recent past, which is the last 3-4 years, is the ball that goes away. If you do play him, you'll realize that the ball that comes back in is a stock ball and he backs it and he's much quicker off the pitch and in the air as well. But the one that goes away because of his release and that slight change in arm path as well is much slower. And he's tried to start bowling that as quicker as possible. And today was one of the games where he got that much better and the pitch and the conditions helped him as well. Because the one that goes away puts the doubt in the right-hander's mind. And then he has the ball that always comes back in. The way he set up Reza Hendricks is a great example of that. And what he is very well known for at the IPL level when he came into prominence was how well he was able to hold his nerve at the death. And that is what actually piloted him or made him just stand up in everyone's eye and say, wow, this guy is somebody very, very special. And then add the fact that the new ball skills have just slowly but steadily improved. He came through as a very, very efficient under-19 bowler. We speak about Shubman Gill, Prithvi Shaw. He was part of that set. And, from there, he's slowly come up the ladder and he's been very efficient in this format and arguably one of India's better bowlers in this format in the last 2-3 years.
So Zach, we know he's a Yorker machine. We know he can bowl well in the death up front. He's added that ball that goes away from the right-hander. But, it's life. There is scope for improvement all the time. As a left-arm pace bowler, is there something you see him where you would like him to add something to his arsenal, to his armoury?
Well, he already has been adding a lot of things. He's not someone who used to bowl knuckleball. He started bowling knuckleball as well. He looks like someone who is a quick learner. He's got decent skill set. The variety in the skill set is very, very evident. But what I like about him is that he's thinking about batters. He's thinking about conditions. He's thinking about his own game. Because you've seen him bowl those bouncers as well with the new ball, and a lot of the wickets has come on that as well. So for a bowler, it's very important that what's working for you on that particular day, or what is the weak zone and the strength of a batter, and how can you counter that is the game. Which if you are learning that way and if you are proactive, more often than not, you will see that success rate going higher and higher in terms of wicket-taking ability. Yeah. And that's what his numbers are showing. When you know that he's only played 60 games, but has taken 95 wickets. Yeah. That shows the impact with the new ball, and that also shows that he's thinking wickets, and he's not afraid of trying different things to achieve that.
I'm sure that, without giving anything away, we'll just presume that he's on your list. I'm guessing he's on everybody's hit list on the auction.
Why should he not be?
Huh?
Why should he not be?
He should be, right? Yeah. Absolutely. Now, because the question I was going to ask you is that I've got him down as one of my picks for most number of bids for Indian player. Do you think that's correct?
Why not?
Yeah? DK's nodding. Could be.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at his performance. He's arguably India's best bowler in T20 cricket along with Bumrah, and he's been very consistent. And if he is in the auction, why would any team not want somebody like that?